So, have you ever heard the whole thing, like, to preach yourself happy? I've kind of done that today. It's not really preaching. We, have a normal word of prayer, and the last few days, my mom and dad have actually joined us for it, which hasn't happened in years, really. Like, that both of them are together while we're doing it, along with my older sister. And my dad was gonna pray, but he's not feeling well, so he hasn't used it. And so, we prayed. And I don't know, he's working on things within me that I have no clue are even there. Or why they're there. It's kind of cool. I've always liked mysteries, so hey, why not be a mystery myself? And then I picked up my Bible. It's purple and the pages are sparkly. The lining at least is sparkly. My good mom and dad give it to me. This is my second Bible ever. Wow. In less than a month, it'll be a whole year since they gave this to me. I mean, did I say that right? I don't even remember if I said that right or not. But in less than a month, it'll be a year since they've given it to me. My other Bible, which I do not have around, it's somewhere among my stuff. I got that when I was 5 or 6. So, this one's a newie. But I was reading in Ephesians 5. I was reading on 6 through 14, so I'm going to read them out loud, because I do that sometimes. Let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of these things the wrath of God comes upon the sons of disobedience. Therefore do not be partakers of them. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness, righteousness, and truth, finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfaithful works of darkness, but rather expose them. For it is shameful even to speak of these things which are done by them in secret. But all things that are exposed are made manifest by the light. For whatever makes manifest is light. Therefore he says, awake, you who sleep, arise from the dead, and Christ will give you light. The part that really stuck out to me is finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. We don't know it all right off the bat when we become Christians, or when we decide to follow Christ. I've been raised in a Christian household, and I still am pretty clueless about things. So I've been learning since I was a little one. Finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. Finding it out, that means we're gonna mess up sometimes. And just the fact that the Lord is still okay with us even after we've messed up, hundreds upon thousands upon millions of times, I just find amazing. It's finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. You're not just going to know it. It's not really downloaded into your DNA system. You gotta find it out. It has to be searched for, sought after. It has to be made known to you. Birds! finding out what is acceptable to the Lord. I have been very blessed to where I don't really remember things from, like, before I was, like, 11, I think, is the most I remember. Like, 10 or 11. After the abusers left, I remember them leaving. I mean, I have a couple memories, but they're really more of my dad. And he was a different guy back then. But the difference between him and them is him and my mom, with what they know now, they would totally go back and change what they did if they could. They wouldn't. In fact, they'd probably do worse. And I hate thinking that way about people, but with some people it just is that way. But even though I don't remember what happened, I do know it has affected the way I think about things, the way I handle things, the way I feel about certain things. I look a lot like the girl, sister, that was the abuser, because there was an older brother and an older sister. But I look a lot like her, like a lot like her, except for I have brown eyes and she has green eyes. But I look a lot like her, and it always really bothered me because sometimes, a lot of the times when I look at my dad, it's like at first he doesn't see me, he sees her. And it kind of hurts sometimes. And it can be really, really troubling. But it's like, I saw a picture of her. Okay, yeah, I look a lot like her, but I'm nothing like her. It's the heart that matters, and I am nothing like her. Nothing at all. I'm sorry. No, I'm not like her. It is healing, to say the least. And a relief, too, because that always worries me. So, yeah. That's my talk for the day. I'm actually doing pretty well, all things considered, you know. My dad's starting to feel better. My mom's seems to be coming around a little bit, which is really nice. My dad has declared that I should become a real estate agent. I mean, he's declared a lot of things, actually. Yeah. But, I'm like, okay, I'll look into it. I'll study up on it some. My older sister has all her real estate books. She hasn't taken her test yet. And so I'll study it and I'll see how I feel about it. I'm like, I only started thinking about what I really wanted to do when I was like 16 and a half, 17. And then I would talk about it and everything I brought up would immediately be shot down. So I'm like, I think I'll just spend a little bit of time thinking. Maybe allowing myself to dream a little bit. Because if I were to become a real estate agent, I would be tied down in Ohio. I that may be the tiebreaker. I want to travel. I do not want to be stuck here in Ohio. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I got some things to do. So,